Good morning, everyone. EagleX from ATX EagleX Gaming here today, and I have our top 16 decks from this weekend's Ultimate Cup hosted by PlayTCG. Just want to give a quick shout out to the Bandai Organized Play Discord for having these lists ready and dropped there from Play themselves. With that being said, another exciting weekend of Ultimate Cup, and I know people are kind of getting ready to move on to the regionals format, but it's really cool to look over these lists and give a shout out to some players that did really well. But real quickly, before I get moved on to that, if you guys haven't already, I definitely would appreciate if you can like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. When I see more likes and subscribers, it lets me know I'm going in the right direction for the type of content you guys like to see. And I've definitely seen it a lot lately. It's like gained a fair amount of subscribers for a week after getting back into things. But with that being said, let's get started with the overall breakdown of this weekend's Ultimate Cup. So to no surprise, Machinedramon and Beelzemon were the two powerhouse decks of the format. Machinedramon because it has so much protection that you can get on it, it's able to do so much and basically build a big wall that's hard to answer. And then Beelzemon because it can turbo OTK, not OTK, but like turbo out and get its game plan with lots of memory cheating effects. But then we were able to see some other decks showcase in the event as well. We had Bloomlord, Red Hybrid, and Black Wargaio. The Red Hybrid is the surprising one to me, with everyone acknowledging Machinedramon as a powerhouse deck. It has a really rough matchup into Machine, just from all the redirecting and blocking it can do efficiently with the deck. But there is still some able to sneak into that top 16, and the Black Wargaio decks are going to be really cool here, as they utilize the Jogress Ragnar Lordmon to be able to have a finisher, like replacing that Blitz Omnimon. But starting off with our first place list, we did have Bloomlord take it all. And I don't think there's anything to really say here about Bloomlord besides the fact that this is a deck that everyone knew would do consistently well. The Hydramon got hit to 1 for a reason this Ultimate Cup to kind of change things up, and Blossomon as well. And because of those hits, we're able to see a little bit more creativity in cards used in those respective slots. So we have Entmon here. It has Digizorp 3, so it still is effectively a 1-cost Digivolve. But when Digivolving, if you have 2 or more Digimon that are suspended in play, you can unsuspend them. So it gives you some unique lines of play when you're using them. And then we also see in the level 4 slots, we have the Parasarmon from EX3. When you would play a green Digimon card by suspending this Digimon, reduce the cost by 1. And then Inherited Effect. Your turn once per turn. When an effect suspends one of your Digimon, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Very similar to the Palmumon rookie that we had that suspends when you suspend something else, or suspend something else in return. But then just Quartzmon as a top end for the deck is super powerful. That is Bloomlord in a nutshell for Ultimate Cup though. Moving on to our next list, the second place is Beelzemon, and no one's really surprised here, even having the restriction in standard play. This deck's still expected to do well for the EX2 Imp, and it looks like we opted for BT6 Imp and a bit more the BT2 Impmon to still get those mills, and you're very fast, you're consistent, you're able to play your game plan really well. Nothing crazy out of the blue here for what I would consider pretty standard Beelzemon build. And over here we have Machinedramon, and what does Machinedramon do? Well, there's 2 variants you'll really see. It comes down to the rookies. This is like a consistency package where we have the Promo Dorumon. At the end of battle, if it's in security, reveal top card of your deck. If it's a black Digimon card with a play cost of 4 or less, you play it. Add any remaining cards to your hand. So basically, you play a rookie or level 4. Otherwise, you add it to your hand. It's like a Pagumon, but a little bit better, like the egg you would see. And then we do have the 1 hybrid Mercurymon. Also gains blocker when Digivolving and on play. But it looks like the game plan though for this machine build was just to have a very consistent game plan of having, we do have some unique pieces, but we want to consistently see the good pieces. We want to see our Metal Tyrannomon, we want to see our blocker, we want to see our 2 KDP Metal Greymon and Megadramon. And then we have options for reboot blockers still. But we want to consistently get those packages to make a machine stack that does our game plan consistently in every game. I know I emphasized that a few times. But yeah, anyways, that is Machinedramon here. And moving on to our next one. we do have a little bit more differences in the rookie base. So we do have the Jazzamon still from Draconic Roar, but we also have the Ganamon. Oh, I did not mean to remove him there. Ganamon, there's two of them. And here it's just reboot. It's like that toy Agumon. Has a play cost of 4. And this is in the level 4 slot here. So instead of putting a toy Agu, you have very high value rookies in Machine. So finding a level 4 that you don't mind swapping out is not the worst thing, and you have more consistency with hybrids, having an extra copy. You got Guardramon for extra draw, and we're kind of leaning more into the unique Machine pieces here. There are some duplicates of the good ones, but it helps your EX1 Machinedramon plays, so having more one-ofs definitely pushes for that to be a more viable play, so you can play it out of your hand and have it effectively be that 7-cost play. And we move over here to another Beelzemon deck. We're utilizing the Mist Memory Boost in this build. Otherwise, it is a standard Beelze list, having an extra BT6 and BT2 Impmon to help push the mill. And then our first Red Hybrid list. Red Hybrid is a deck where you slap in all your Red Hybrid rookies at search, you slap in your level 4s that get effects when digivolving or on deletion. And then you have your Aldemon for no security options. It's another way to push extra DP and extra checks with the old Takuya. And then you have your Gravity Crushes, so you can push your Emperor Grey Warp plays. You're able to cheat out other hybrids in the same turn. And you're just a very aggressive deck. Nothing new here for what we expect a Red Hybrid to do, but still a very good finish for these players. Then we have what I would call your Black War Gaio deck. And the reason we say Black War Gaio is because you're still Black War Greymon in the end, you're a Greymon deck, but we do emphasize the Ragna Lordmon Joggers package here. Using Doorbrick and Ragna, you can Joggers pretty quickly once you have one level 6 stack built out. You just need that Memory Fixer or a Mem Boost with a Gravity Crush, some combination of that to be able to get the Joggers into Ragna Lordmon for free, burn some security, get a swing in. So just a very efficient way to close out the game with a Blitz Omni-like effect, as there's not many level 7s you really have in the Ultimate Cup format. And moving on to another Machine lesson. This is one of the variants you'll see. You'll see the Promo Suna to get the extra check if you're 13k DP or more. So to really hit that threshold, I would expect to see more of the Jazzermons from EX3. You get the extra 1000 DP for having on plays, because your only valid target that gets 13,000 DP is Chaos X without any DP buffs. So that's one thing I'm not the biggest fan of, but still it showed as it had results here in the Ulti Cup. It does give piercing for a mainline text, which I don't know how often that comes up. I guess it actually could come up now I think about it. If you have that Metal Gray and you're swinging over, you get a trash security from Metal Tyranno, and if you have an extra check from like Volcanomon or Suna, but the mainline of Suna to give piercing is probably the more relevant part, if I had to guess. So actually, it's not as something I disliked as much as I thought it would, like talking it out. Moving on to our next deck though, another Red Hybrid deck, and we see the Takuyas, we see the Gravity Crushes, Atomic Infernos, we see the good old rookies, the good old hybrids. And moving on over to the next Beelze list, we're emphasizing BT2 Impmons to get the extra mills, and we have Mist Memory Boost in this build as well. And we're getting close towards the end of our top 16 list. I do want to give a shout out though to, I believe this was Michael's list here, Michael Ifrate. He participates in my webcam events, and it's just really exciting to see him do well. And he emphasized the Black War Gaio list as well. You have that rookie base where you're just so consistent at finding the pieces you need. But my favorite part of this build is seeing the Flamedramon from EX3. You don't really care about its when digivolving effect, but you're more so emphasizing the end of turn inherit to DNA digivolve, so it lets you have a pseudo blitz at 3 memory. Because once you're at 0 and you have your level 6 that's swing and probably done 2-3 checks, or you can chip them down entirely to 0 security, you can spend 3 memory to Joggers into Ragna Lordmon with a Dorbic. Even though it's on your opponent's side, you resolve the end of turn DNA digivolving from Flamedramon, go into Ragna, then you're able to burn security and have a blitz effect because Ragna's mainline text, you have to finish resolving your effects before it passes to your opponent's turn. Very beautiful combo if you're able to get it all off, and the one tie just in case you need a memory fixer. But congratulations to our player here. Moving on to our next Beelzemon build, we're seeing BT2 and Mons. Just like we've been seeing before, we don't see Miss Memory Boost in this build, but instead we're emphasizing more the Beelze line and more the level 5 Balmons. Switching over back to Machine, looks like we're leaning a bit more into the EX1 Machine build as we have more one-ofs, more unique pieces, which is totally fine. It's a great game plan, especially if you're expecting like Yellow Hybrid. EX1 Machine is a great meta call. And moving over to our next Beelze list, we got Miss Memory Boost, and we got our standard Beelzemon package here. And wrapping off our last of the top 16 list is a Machinedramon, where we see that Giazamon for the extra 1000 DP inherit to make your guy bigger, and helps the machine mirrors if you're trying to swing over and be larger. But you will see some other DP buffs from like Gigadramon, so makes those traits a little bit more difficult, I suppose. But not emphasizing EX1 Machine as much, but we still have a little bit with some unique pieces. That being said, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. That being said, take care, y'all, and have a nice one.